If you are new to this channel and you are seeing me for the very first time, I talk about current events, news stories, parenting skills, and topics relating to education. If these topics interest you, be sure to hit the notification button, like and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my current subscribers, welcome back. Hope you're having a great day. Let's get into the topic now. Today's topic: President Biden enforces the Defense Production Act. There's a brand new crisis in America. Starting several months ago, parents have been devastated and at wit's end because numerous states have very low inventory of baby formula. An immense number of parents have been searching on various websites, social media platforms, milk banks, and even swapping valuable items to obtain infant formulas. All throughout the country, empty shelves have been seen by parents, causing severe panic. According to media reports, 4 companies create and monopolize the baby formula industry. These companies have stated baby formula shortages will continue until the end of the year. Since the second week of May this year, access to baby formulas have declined about 43%. Due to our worldwide health crisis in 2020, this caused supply issues related to the pandemic. And recently, there was a nationwide voluntary recall by a huge baby formula company, Abbott Nutrition. The results? Baby formulas are almost non-existent now. Since February, parents are struggling to feed their infants because the quick solution of infant baby formula is scarce all throughout the world. And in modern times, we know a large percent of mothers are no longer breastfeeding their children. Finally, President Biden has exercised his executive power by invoking the Defense Production Act. This act launches Operation Fly Formula. The Defense Production Act of 1950 has been reinstated, in which the government directs private companies to take actions in the national interest. Excuse me, I meant only nationwide this is happening. Our American parents will receive baby formulas from overseas. The wait time for baby formula to arrive in supermarkets, chain stores, and wholesale companies will still be delayed for weeks. President Biden has communicated to the companies specializing in baby formula. He requests the companies who create the key ingredients to make these orders number 1 on their inventory. In their inventory, it is emphasized that all ingredients must be FDA approved, of course, to be safe for babies. The White House has created a website focused on helping parents find formula too. So check the government website for details if needed. Our military officials will also transport infant formulas made from overseas approved for U.S. consumption, and swiftly store it in the local stores for purchase in our country. In haste, the FDA approved baby formula transported from Ireland by military planes too. So in process, the government is making rules more flexible for lenient for customers to purchase a wider variety of infant formula brands. Approval is pending. This directly affects individuals and families who rely on government assistance. Social services has always added economic security for a large percentage of Americans. These individuals depend on our government, especially in these urgent times and with the increasing inflation. In the past, mothers would breastfeed their infants, as we know. During times when a mother passed away, though, during childbirth, or if they had difficulty lactating, a wet nurse was hired and lived in the family's home. For those of you who may not know this term, a wet nurse is a woman hired to breastfeed another woman's child. Believe it or not, some women chose not to breastfeed in the past too. If the family had a lower economic income or leverage, a close relative would breastfeed the child. If a close relative wasn't available, then a distant relative would be called to make this kind gesture. Several decades ago, posters were created which promoted infant formulas. It was implied that breastfeeding was primitive and mainly poor women could not afford infant formula. In recent times, breastfeeding is promoted as being safer and the best option for a baby's health. An abundance of pregnant women consciously eat more nutritious foods and take supplements to ensure better health for their babies. Others need more education and discipline and even more financial status to improve their child's well-being. But these are stories for other days. I truly wish all mothers prepare their child in these modern times. Going back to history, in the 1860s, a German chemist, Justus von Liebig, invented the first commercial baby food, making a powdered formula. The ingredients were wheat flour, cow's milk, malt, flour, and potassium bicarbonate. Nestle infant formula dates back to the 1870s in the US. The ingredients was malt, cow's milk, sugar, and wheat flour. Then in 1883, babies were fed unsweetened evaporated milk formulated by John B. Meyerberg. Studies showed that a vast majority of these babies grew normally, just as babies who were breastfed. In the late 1920s, Sobe, the first soy-based baby formula, was formed by Mead Johnson Company. Many years later, Mead Johnson released Pablum. That was the first pre-cooked, fortified infant cereal. The ingredients were a combination of dried brewers, yeast fortified with minerals and vitamins, wheat, oats, corn, bone meal, meat, wheat germ, and alfalfa. However, most households continue to use evaporated milk to feed their babies because it was cost-effective and easy to prepare. By the 1950s, little by little, the commercial baby formulas gained approval from mothers and physicians across the country. Finally, in the 1960s to 1970s, infant formulas were utilized in numerous hospitals. Mothers were a lot more receptive and the prices decreased, so it was considered affordable to most. The concept of using chemicals to produce a replica or copy of baby milk sure took many decades for full acceptance. YouTube family. The infant baby formula is so depleted. In North Carolina, Some babies needed an IV line to get food recently. Although this is an urgent matter, a large number of parents are complaining about obtaining baby formulas from factories overseas. Most parents prefer baby formulas to be made right here in America. In my opinion, I do agree wholeheartedly too. What do you think, YouTube family? Please leave your comments below. Remember to hit the notification button, like, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks a million.